2,
No,
1. It
all
usually
right,
goes 5,
5,
4,
3,
and then
2,
you hold up your hands. Hold up your hands to do 3, 2, 1.
Okay, perfect. Check his cufflinks. 3, 2.
No,
Did I screw it up again?
yeah,
you gotta go. You got once you hit 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are silent.
yes, you're using your hands to tell us that, but you're not on
Yeah,
camera,
and then
so
1,
we can't
you have
see
to
it.
point at the person so they know when it's go.
5.
I'm worried about your counting.
I have some issues.
I don't know what happened between 4 and 3 with your fingers, but it did not
Dude,
look
my
right.
thumb started locking up.
Your thumb started locking up?
I'm so old. I need to drink water.
Welcome to
Sounds like you need a thumb
Spork,
replacement surgery.
where mysteries come to talk.
Everyone's welcome here, Pickles.
Well, I would say everybody.
Ancient
Even this
cities
guy.
underground.
Just
To UFOs
Another right-wing
that
woke channel?
they know us well.
Giants of the past, prophetic signs that last, archaeological fights, and strange unexplained lights. Aluminum Spork, where truth and legend.
Wait, who's gonna be in jail? What's happening in your chat?
No, we're all going to be in jail.
To guidestones blown,
There's
to
some upset people in the chat, you know? We have the lovely Sherry, though. How are you?
into the
Pickles.
unknown.
Look, they all got quiet after Sherry came in. They're like, oh no, it's a girl.
Oh my
What do we
God,
do?
what are we supposed to do? Mom! Get the notebook out. You've been setting up for me.
Theories we explore.
Here's my issue. When someone's like, when someone calls me something in relation like to political or you're white, ring woke or whatever, it kind of makes me want to lean into it more than say, nuh-uh.
We'll have to talk about this. What is he
Like,
right?
piss off.
I still don't understand what a right-wing white person.
Well, that's what we'll discuss about that first. I'm going to Google it.
In history's core, we're questioning it all. Aluminum Spork, your weekly dose of mystery.
Aluminum
Ancient
Halls.
text to modern day.
Don't forget your new intro.
Hidden way. Join us as we investigate.
How this
Where
has been done.
conspiracy meets reality, and history holds its secrets tight. On Aluminum Spork tonight.
Tonight. Hey, for the good car solo. Yeah, it's my birthday. Well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Yeah,
How are we just now hearing about it?
I put it on the tweet
He doesn't.
and
Did you tag him in it? Otherwise, he doesn't see it.
yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I tagged you. You always go with, Walton first because he
don't.
needs it. Well, dude, I don't want to see him cry again. He cries and gets weird about stuff. But yeah, you choose Walton first and then come back to us and tell everybody over there it's my birthday. So
Yeah, guilt trip him into being streaming when Scotty's on.
yeah, we were called out in the chat. They figured us out. JBDH763A. Everybody has a name like that. Another right wing woke channel.
You didn't
do
your intro.
Hey everybody, welcome to Aluminum Spork. I am Scott. It is Tuesday night. It is a day away from my 49th birthday. I'm old, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. All people, all walks of life, both genders. Bring it on. Let's do this. Glad to have everybody here. And with me tonight, we have the lovely, the beautiful Mr. Grant Gregory.
Oh, happy birthday, mate! I thought you were nearly 60.
Yeah,
So-
close. You know,
So I just seen how much you've gotten grey in the last 6 months. I looked at a video from last January, and you didn't have a single grey hair in your beard. Now you're
come on.
That's
there's
a
no
lie.
pepper. Yeah, you're just all snow now. So
Yeah, well, it looks good on me. I pull it off.
you're wearing it. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I am wearing it. And
You have a good shaped head.
Thanks, Matt. I do for shaving.
That's
I have
that's
great
nice.
shave
If
head.
if you're gonna be bald, you better not have a like an
A weird
indention in the
lump.
middle of your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on one second, because one of my kids always has to show up when I start.
Well,
Please,
probably
Matt,
because you
talk to
did your
Grant.
you did your intro wrong, so that's probably why they're coming in. Welcome to the best utensil themed channel on any platform,
Or even TikTok.
even on TikTok. Name a better utensil themed channel.
There's the
Exactly.
cutlery kings, whatever they're called.
That's what
Yeah,
cutlery?
like
That's a
culinary
cutlery
kings.
themed channel, not a
Cutlery, yeah.
utensil. That's not a
Oh,
utensil themed
okay.
channel.
Yeah, because they've only got like 10.5 million subs, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Don't worry, Scott. I covered
Yeah.
for you.
thanks, brother.
Yep.
I heard you, and I'm proud to be your friend.
You
My
didn't
daughter
say
just
that.
my daughter just came and asked me if I had a book or something she could read, because I had Jay's first book, this one right here, the blue. But I haven't gotten his second one yet, because donate to the channel. But I just gave her The Hobbit.
Oh,
That's
nice.
good.
Just a
Good light
nice,
reading.
easy breezy read. Because
Yeah.
if we know anything about J.R.R. Tolkien's work,
Yeah,
is that he doesn't mess with a lot of detail, unnecessary detail. It's not as if
Very
he
simple. Yeah, very
he
simple.
spends
Very
3
simple.
pages describing a door.
yeah. I mean, look, it's The Hobbit, though. I mean, it's a children's book. It was written, it was a story he told his kids. So,
He also told his kids about Krampus. So
that is true. That is true. Let's start with this, though. Another right-wing woke channel. Never heard that term before, but on December
agree with it.
27th, 2024, this guy, who's probably the author of this, the emergence of the woke right, origin, definitions, and rebuttal. So I just want to see what the definition is. I don't care about the origin. Definitions. A heated exchange transpired between figures from the tech and business communities like Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, and anti-immigration right-wingers like Laura Loomer since December 2024. Computer scientists and known frontliner of the effective accelerationism movement. Yeah, that guy, Verdon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like the actor or the director, who is also known by his pseudonym, Beth Jezos, instead of Jeff Bezos. It's Beth Jezos. Posted on 26 December. Tech people on the X platform have discovered the woke right that day. The exact time is uncertain, guys. I still, what is the damn definition? The phrase have emerged from brewing discourse. Shenvi explains that right-wing wokeness is the mirror image of left-wing wokeness. He further defined woke right as something that surfaced from the perceived societal divide. I got it. You just got to give me a second. Societal divide between straight white men and their enemies via
Hegemonic
norms. These right-winged individuals do not call themselves woke, but their qualms and rhetorical tactics are borrowed from progressives. Okay.
You want to sum that up for us and something a little bit more simple?
You cry about things that makes you a woke, right wokey.
No,
right?
completely wrong.
No, what is it?
No,
Sounds
it's
like
saying
somebody's
that if
crying
you
about
cry
it.
about things, you're a big wokey. There you go.
Big wokey.
Yeah, but I said it differently. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So, I don't agree with you, and here you have to agree with me.
Also, I think they're complaining right wing for white straight males.
Yeah, it's weird. If you're black, you automatically cannot be on the woke right.
Or a gay white guy,
or a woman,
or a woman. This is, what I'm finding? It's not inclusive. These guys who are saying the woke right. See, we're inclusive. We want all.
when we call them a bunch of
people.
fuckwits and retards, we're including all of them. We're not excluding anyone.
Right. There you go. And you know who else is not one of those is Brian McCann for $1.49. He it's a piece of birthday cake. No big whoop.
So here's I agree that there is okay. Here's the similarity between the woke left and the woke right. The term woke has mutated into the term for anything I disagree with on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Because there's no specificity about what you're describing when people say woke.
Right.
Because everybody's fallen, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that have fallen into this trap of, oh, that's a woke movie because there's a black lead in it.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
that's
not a
that's
woke
not
movie.
Like,
You know?
oh my God,
Blade?
there's a woman it's in the lead of a game. This is such a woke game.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, well, didn't you grow up playing Tomb Raider? Like,
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
Metroid?
Come on, people.
Like,
That threw my mind when you beat Metroid and then you see.
Yeah, I'd never played that game again. In fact, I threw it out.
I was just like, wow, that dude has like long blonde hair and kind of weird boobs.
But it makes it clear. I mean, who
It makes her
as a
more
guy,
attractive that you thought it was a guy?
No, what I'm saying is, what guy could like roll like that? Should have known it was a girl. Oh, took out them ribs.
Vega could do it.
Vega could.
Yeah,
Who's
he
Vega?
always fought with his claw.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he had to tuck his body in so he didn't cut himself when he did the role.
You don't want to cut yourself. You don't.
Oh, can I answer that as somebody that's never read the books and watched the movies? I don't know. I never can finish Return of the King. There's too many endings.
This one
about the Eagles.
Oh, where is it?
Why didn't they take the Eagles to Mordor? You highlighted it.
Oh, there you go.
I can answer this, right?
Please do.
Because the Eagles are too easily corrupt. And if they would have had the ring on their back, they would have been like, oh, that ring looks so good. I want to get that ring. I don't have a finger, but I will figure it out.
They have toes.
They do have
talons, but it's a ring made for human hands.
Yeah, but it changes sizes.
It does.
It's going to turn to an eagle-sized talon finger.
Yeah,
Sauron's
it was
not
Sauron's fingers were like that big.
Oh,
so not a human.
Yeah.
Don't tempt me.
Well, then that just that solidifies what I was saying, that the Eagles are too easily corrupted.
Yeah. No, you know what they are? Lazy. They're like, I ain't flying you guys all the way there. It's hot. True. You know, I'll pick you up. But
and they certainly didn't have a direct flight either.
Right.
You know, you'd have to you would have a layover in Westeros or
the
some
Lonely
other place.
Mountain. I got you, buddy.
Yep.
I got you. Well done. Gap after dark. Woke means being aware of and attentive to important issues, social and radical justice.
Justice.
Racial. It's the same. Can also be used.
Rachel Justice.
Rachel's justice. Totally.
Ooh, Ross never should have left her.
Yeah. Pivot. Can also be used to describe Autumn. To describe someone who is politically liberal, especially in a way that is considered extreme. I read the words.
So
I didn't even. I'm sorry.
The first part was the original term when the term woke was initially used.
Mm-hmm.
But as with all language, it has morphed into having a different meaning than what it originally had.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's not uncommon.
Wasn't woke from the black community first?
Nope.
No.
That was the second iteration of it. It was originally from the white community to say that it's like basically saying I'm not colorblind. I'm aware of your struggles. I'm awake to it. I'm woke to it.
Okay, gotcha. I like.
So let's ask you used to say they were Cowboy fans.
Nah, no, because the Patriots got beat by the Eagles. Liam says, I missed the day when you just called someone an asshole, and it was up to them to figure out why you're mad at them. I'm guessing you are mad at them. Rachel and her justice. All right, so I don't know if you guys know this. We have a new president.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, don't spoil it. I haven't seen the end of the movie.
Oh God, I can't believe Harris did it.
Yeah, she is amazing. To her, everyone, to her.
Yeah, it's old Assassin. That's exactly what it's like.
Matt is trying to take woke back like that dude from
Oh
Clerks
yeah, trying to take back
oh,
the monkey one. Yeah.
mhm.
See, that's a terminology that I'd never heard until that movie. So
That's a very
obviously, I went around
American.
and asked all my black friends what it meant. Well, actually, I
Did,
started by calling them that. And they went, "What the hell's that?" And I said, "I don't know. It's supposed to be racist." And they said, "I've never heard of it." So they went and asked their she's from Trinidad, and she said it's only an American thing.
yeah,
So,
kind of a South thing. Us
which is weird
Northerners.
because you don't actually have monkeys there.
I can explain that to you later. But for now, let's talk. Our new president is I don't know if you guys know Donald Trump. He was the show The Apprentice.
Oh, the actor from Home Alone 2?
From Home Alone 2, the guy who's
Not on
always on
Netflix,
like
he's not.
he's like on The View and stuff like that. They love him
The
there.
WWF Hall of Famer?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, he shaved McMahon's
Oh.
head.
Wow, that is.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's kind of an injustice because David Arquette has yet to be introduced into the WWF Hall of Fame.
Wait, I thought he did. I thought he was in there before China was. That was what the big deal, like 135
David
pounds
Arquette?
of fury. Yeah, I'm sure he's in there.
Wait, there's no way that he can be in there.
You need
I
to
was
look it up.
trying to bullshit.
Soul Assassin.
Drew Carey's in there.
Real estate guy. Oh yeah, the real estate guy. I was like,
Real estate guy, New
what are
York.
you talking about?
Had a university and a state company that didn't go very well.
Let's talk about the Facebook guy getting caught rubbernecking.
Oh, yeah. It's what's his name from the movie Social Network?
Yep.
Not Jesse Eisenberg, the guy he played.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg, that's it. So Zucks and Bezos' wife, they're all sitting behind somebody or whatever, and you could see Zucks giving a look down the Bezos' wife's shirt,
and she's wearing lingerie.
Basically,
Oh,
yeah.
Could we find that? I mean, it is about.
Sure.
Well, there's plenty of AI. There's plenty of AI clips of it out there.
Yeah.
What happens next? So
let me defend Zucks, right? I don't think he was looking at it in a sexual, like, oh, look at those boobs. I think it was like, why is she wearing that?
Yeah,
it was more, you know what I mean? It was like, you don't have the correct equipment to fill it out, obviously.
I don't even know if he knows what they are. You know what I mean?
His wife's pretty flat chested.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
You usually don't see Asians with big boobs normally.
It's his fiance. But I think
not married yet?
Zuckerberg. No.
I was waiting until he can afford it.
Why is he getting married? It's just ridiculous. But I think Zuckerberg doesn't even know what it's supposed to be like something he should like because he is AI. Like I imagine AI when it becomes conscious and sentient is the word. It will look and sound like Zuckerberg.
I agree. Because I feel like everything Zuck knows about human interaction he learned from the algorithm on Facebook. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, his algorithm just hasn't been updated.
Right.
So it wasn't until a lot of like right wingers started to go onto Facebook, he actually started hearing different views.
Exactly.
So his software got slowly updated.
That's where I was going with it. That's why you see him kind of leaning more in conservative ways, is because the algorithm has changed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why he's acting. He's like, I gotta do judo and bulk up and get like a weird.
He never does judo.
He does the judo.
He does Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, BJJ.
Very different.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that's in the eye of the beholder.
He's not waiting on the guy to help him flip him like Steven Seagal does.
Now, who's the
that's
guy
taquito.
right? Who's the guy right? Wait a minute. Who's this guy? Because he's checking her boobs out right away. This guy. And this guy in the back. Look at him.
I know that eye line. The eye line doesn't line up for him.
This guy has his phone up to look at it.
I think honestly, it's kind of a intervention because they're like, you should not be wearing that. It's cute, sure, but it's not working.
I didn't really see. Oh no, I'm liking it. Oh yeah, here he goes. See, I don't even think he was looking at it actually. Let's get his eye line. All right, I know how to do this now.
Lizards can move one eye independently from another, so he might be able to do it. Oh, there it goes.
He's looking like behind her, actually.
Yeah, I don't think it lines up either.
He's like, are those shoulder pads? Like this other dude.
Note.
the black gentleman behind him is looking down at something too. So it almost looks like Zuck and him are touching heads. Like, hey,
Yep.
bro.
They're
And then
both
they're
looking at the
looking.
same thing.
Yeah. And he's giggling. So did that guy whisper something to him? I don't see anything, but it looks like he's whispering something to him. Maybe. Look at Zuck. He's like, so this is a female. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think they were looking at something in the row behind him.
Probably. I would think so too.
Yeah, fake news. Fake news.
Dude, we're gonna be doing anime on Thursday, most likely. Hopefully Thursday or Bagels will kill me.
Friday's Weeb Day.
We've watched, Kaiju 8 is one of our favorites from last year. Grant, can you make so that looks and acts like Zuckerberg?
What? Yeah, make Zuckerberg look and act like him.
Something like that. Oh, AI.
Okay. Done.
No, he wasn't
I'm so
saying.
confused. What was he
No,
saying?
he wants me to go over and physically make him act more like Zuckerberg. He wants him to go back to the old way.
Yeah, dude. I like the old Zuckerberg. It's like, give me ones and zeros.
Let me suppress your free speech.
Zuckerberg is now married into the Soros family. Did not know that. That's crazy. You know what else is crazy? Donald Trump being president. What?
Do you think you're playing sounds when you press buttons? Because you've done it like 3 or 4 times now, and
You
you
guys
just look
can hear
weirdly
it?
at the camera.
It barely comes through.
Hold on, let me try this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
breaks
but it
up
dies
for
up
me.
instantly. It's like
What is-
there's a limiter. Like if you're talking and you press it, we don't hear it. All we hear is like.
Yeah.
What about that?
Honestly, I think what it is Jesus is trying to enforce no more fucking soundboards on these streams. They're banned on my new channel.
No? Yeah.
No.
Why have you been on a stream with Tom recently? Have you?
No talks.
Oh, your talks are just as bad. Oh,
Worse.
what's this? I have 15 buttons I can press.
I tried it too.
I don't
It
even.
didn't-
I have the Elgato XL. Is that the
Uh-huh.
XL though?
Mhm.
Right. I don't even have it
XL.
plugged in because of
Yeah,
how
look.
much I hate soundboards.
Me neither. I literally only have it for Helldivers.
I
Yep,
totally
same.
hate soundboards too. Hola, se debe venir el fiasco para que USA continue.
Fascismo.
Oh, sorry. Soul Assassin might be able to, right? You know.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Hola, se debe venir el fascismo para aquí. Oh, I don't know why I went French with it, but it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah, that was
USA continue. La que si debe preguntar si será Marilio Chino o Medianti Technocracia. Boom.
That was amazing.
You're
That was
welcome.
amazing. I don't know what.
Aluminum Spork coming soon in Espanol.
What would our
it be?
voices
It would
be?
be
Yeah.
Illuminati El Sporco.
So it basically wants to know why you're not talking about all the Chinese invading America through their technology. Because fascism's
Well, because
back.
that's not the topics for tonight, bro.
Yeah. But you, huh?
The
Is
idea that we have to talk about everything that's going on the stream, like
Right.
if we weren't talking about the election, which we really haven't, the inauguration, people were like, why aren't you talking about an inauguration, right? And if you're not talking about the TikTok thing, you're talking, or if you're talking about the TikTok thing, but you're not talking about aliens, they're like, wow, you're not talking about aliens, bro.
Yeah, I don't get.
God.
And A Song of Ice and Fire, don't hear much of that though. Don't hear
Because everybody
much of
knows
that.
it's done.
Ross is free, everybody. Let's talk about that first. I think that's one of the more important
Well,
ones.
he's
and
technically not free yet. He's a free man, but he's still in prison.
right,
So
it takes a
he hasn't
little
been
time, but
released.
Wait, what did they
Grant,
go to? That's not how it ended. They ended and they got married. They go to the airport. Rachel was going to leave. Ross runs up and is like, don't leave her. Something like that, right? And they get together at the end.
No, a completely different movie.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
he got hit by a bus, but okay. Grant,
That was Channel.
explain who Ross is and why this is long awaited.
So Ross is the guy who created a website and then ran a website. And then they went, oh, that's bad. let's put this kid in jail for life. We'll give him 2 life sentences plus 40 years for creating a website called Silk Road where people could buy and sell stuff. It was the first unregulated, like eBay, where you could pay with crypto coins and everything like that. So the US government went, nope, that could be done for bad things, because anyone could offer any sort of service there. So people were using it to send drugs, to order a little bit of
Okay.
what they consider wet work,
Mhm.
which is part of the reason that they caught Joe Exotic, because he was trying to look for someone to get rid of that stupid bitch Carol. So yeah, that was part of the reason. Yeah, and in 2013, he was jailed. He was actually arrested and held
Mhm.
without charge. He wasn't technically charged. He was just sentenced
Right. So
under the Patriot Act and different things like that. So
right, he wasn't able to, like, have very good representation, if I
no,
remember,
they
like
the state had to organize it, but then he did get a, I don't know if it was a retrial or what it was, but there was something. But it was just it was a railroaded system with everything.
right.
And literally the only way that they were able to actually raise a bit of awareness and funds about what was going on is they literally created a meme coin, like a crypto coin,
Mhm.
based around it. And they got people's attention. Carol fucking Baskin, yeah.
Yeah, and no, he
Um,
hasn't, but I hope he does. That'd be so awesome.
So what's the problem though? I mean, it's not. He isn't a. Is he? The website wasn't
He
selling
just
these
created it.
things. Yeah, it's just
no,
a
no,
platform for people to use. It's like how
If
you can't hold Twitter responsible for things that other people say
right. Well, or
because it's
like
not
even
them
like
but Matt,
saying
but
it.
you're
Pinterest
missing the
or
point.
yeah,
They didn't care.
right.
They needed to get some. They were going after all these people that had influence one way or another, and because he was just some kid that created the thing in his basement. He
Yeah.
wasn't some multi-millionaire. He wasn't like McAfee, who they were going after for years.
It's
And yeah,
weird.
like
Sorry, but my law enforcement kicked in. For me, I would like, no. Let's let it keep running. We'll monitor it. We'll talk to the dude, see if we get a backdoor in. And so when people want to come in, looking for wet work, we
Mhm.
can stop it from happening and arrest them. We can also track drug trafficking through this
Yeah.
and stop it. But
Yeah. I
instead, they're
mean,
just like, no, go back to the things that we didn't know were there
well,
that we
and you
can't
know
see.
what
that's the thing, because they're all using crypto wallets, so you can track crypto wallets really easily.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Like you can know when someone who's used a crypto wallet has exchanged or anything. You don't necessarily know where it is, but because they're all a part of a giant blockchain, so when money gets moved, every transaction is noted in it. Like, yeah, and like he was done for like facilitating in terrorist activities and all this other sort of stuff, and they deemed what he did as a publisher, meaning that he was okay with everything. He was putting
That's
it
what I was just
forth,
saying.
and
Yeah.
yeah. But then at the same time, they were saying all the other social medias are not.
it's
Um,
so weird.
mhm.
Like, I mean, they've caught people using other sites. What was that site that had like, you know,
Craigslist.
no. That's bad too. But it was like Wayside or something. Like it would have like a bunk bed and it would be named Jill and it'd be $15,000.
Bunk beds are very,
Maybe that's
very
maybe
expensive.
that's a little QAnon-ish. I'm
It
sorry.
is. I know what you're talking about.
Wayfair, I think it was, or something like
They
that.
always
I don't
came with cheese pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
But I don't
Ding,
want
ding,
one. No,
ding.
they're free. It's like you like
Sorry.
cheese pizza? Oh, sorry. I was trying to do like you like digs?
What?
Digs. Oh,
You,
dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah, you're
yeah, like
welcome
that.
because they would throw dogs in with every caravan sold.
Mhm.
Right. What's terrible for this poor kid, they gave him two life sentences
And
for
plus
Right.
40 years.
creating plus that, right, for creating a website and then being hands off. Because
Well,
when
he,
you
he ran the website. He maintained the website, but he didn't have anything to
right,
do with what was going
with
on it. Like,
transactions.
yeah.
Yeah. But the funny thing is like I think people they went after him because the idea of the dark web is like the Silk Road for some people was like dipping your toes into what the dark
Mhm.
web can be, but people don't realize that that was nothing. That is nothing in that crazy
Well,
world.
the thing of it is, people knew about the Silk Road, therefore it's not really in the dark web. That's what part. Like, yeah, sure, it has a torrent, it has an onion address and everything like that, but like it was known.
hmm
Because people were like, "Holy shit, I can get my freaking pain medication that I can't get from the government on here."
Right.
You know?
And it's
Oh,
cheap,
wow.
or it's way cheaper.
I can get a second box of Claritin D because both me and my girlfriend use it. So we have to rotate out because you can only buy so much every
Right.
2 weeks or some dumb shit.
Oh, he
Oh,
can't make
you
all
need to
that
be in a
meth.
throuple then, so then you can get another
Hypothetically.
one.
Yeah. And the funny thing
What
is
about if
like,
you're bipolar? Can your other person get one?
what's
If you
that?
buy
I
what?
wonder. I was gonna say if you had multiple personalities,
Oh.
Ooh,
I'm sure you'd be able to get a second one, but maybe not in this administration. The
no,
previous one probably.
previous one, definitely. And talking about the previous one, you like how on the way out, Joe Biden preemptively pardoned his siblings,
His
and
entire family.
his
His
entire family.
his
Fauci,
entire family, except for one of the I think it was his like nephew's wife or something.
yeah,
Everyone
she's
got
a
a pardon
bitch.
but her.
She's a bitch.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
just
Um,
like it's like
she's the one that's wearing like a vote Trump shirt.
yeah. She's the one
And
every Christmas. It
yeah,
has to be her way. You know what I
right,
yeah,
mean? It has to be at
right.
her house.
Can't smell her,
yeah.
What?
can't, he can't smell her. She
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
allow it.
Well, yeah, she's old.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like the daughter that was taking showers with her dad way too late into life.
Dude, there's nothing weird about it. Yeah, you probably should stop after they leave college, but I
Yeah,
mean
you
doesn't- yeah.
should. Yeah, yeah. But this is the thing that kills me. It's like, I
The gun.
understand presidents have done this before, but this idea of like preemptive pardoning, like, what does that actually mean? Does that mean, okay, they can't be charged for anything that happened prior to and up to 2014? I think that's where it starts. Or does it,
2014 to 2028.
yeah, like you go out and just go Mad Max for the next 4 years? Like just
I
go
w-
nuts?
I would test it first.
Mhm.
You know, but
Start
again,
small.
it's only federal. I made this
like a
joke
tra-
the other.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Grant.
No, I was gonna steal your joke. So
oh, good. Don't
No,
steal it.
so just imagine, right? Hunter is out, doing his thing with his boys, and his
Yeah.
boys like, whoa, man, you can't smoke crack here. This is state. Now come over here. We'll be on federal property, and you
Federal
can smoke
property.
all you want.
he's like,
Come
quick,
on.
let's go to the embassy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Bidens live in the parks, the federal parks. Just
I would.
Yeah. Hey, man. I just don't get it. Like the idea, and it wasn't
Well,
just his
okay,
family. It was
You know
Fauci.
why?
Real quick.
2028?
Okay.
I actually know the reason why. You know the reason why? Because fraud over 20 million or whatever it is considered a federal crime. Hunter Biden apparently just lost $30 million worth of art in the fires at Pasadena.
Whoa. Seriously.
Yeah,
I
and they
didn't know
usually take
that.
3 or 4 years for them to come through. Yeah, I'll find the article.
That's crazy. I do know that he also pardoned Fauci and the January 6th committee. Like, so, okay, we get it. You're protecting these people because like it's almost like saying we did something wrong. And I would like to see Fauci in handcuffs or some of these J6 whiners, but what we definitely
can't now.
need is just
done.
because they were pardoned, I want him to still give us the truth. What happened? Even if they can't go to jail for it or be held
No,
accountable.
here's the thing: if they do anything that they're still liable under, they won't face any criminal charges, but they'll still face
Civil.
punitive
state.
damages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's interesting though is that even Adam Schiff, that he was being interviewed, like, have you ever heard of somebody getting pardoned that didn't do anything wrong, that was innocent? He's like, no, I've never heard of that. I mean, it's just funny, dude. And by the way, it's done. That's gonna be the new thing. Every time you get ready to leave the office, you're gonna pardon everyone you can.
Yeah.
Because now it's established. It's case law.
Right. But he's
Just
right
like
about this
executive
too.
orders.
He is right.
He
I'm sorry.
pardoned 5 times more than the previous 5 presidents combined.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
yeah.
crazy. And you're going to try to say, oh, we're scared he's going to come after us. He was elected right after the Obama administration, who, like, Obama had a hit list, a legit
Well,
kill list that had
he
Americans on
literally
it,
said he was going to put Hillary Clinton
Metaphorically.
in jail if he got elected,
and he didn't.
and then she didn't get a pardon for anything like that either. Like,
Right.
here you
Right.
go, look.
Oh yeah. Looking back now that we know it's a thing you can do, Obama was kind of a dick
Oh,
to her.
He was like, this bitch is going to get it. All right. So what is this? Let me take this down real quick. Hold on. Yes, I will shine it, my friend Parrot Head. I'm sorry, couldn't a president pardon 7 billion people if he wanted to? This seems like a flawed system. It
Well,
kind of
7 billion if federally. It's only for federal.
only federal, right? Did you guys see when Barron Trump whispered something into Biden's ear? Biden's face
It was
showed fear.
no, it was actually talking to Kamala.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
It-
he said, Biden said you're a tall fellow, and he went, Mr. President, and he went, Madam Vice President. That's all he said.
oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Sounds
it. Yeah.
better. So what's this?
He's the article. So
Worth millions
I-
of dollars. So you know that's covered, right? That's insurance.
yeah,
Like he might not
that's
have
covered.
fire. He might not have fire insurance, but he probably does. But he definitely has something that with the art. That's insane.
Yeah, so
Yeah, read it
millions
so we
of
know.
dollars. Okay, so a trove of nearly 200 artworks by Hunter Biden has been destroyed. One of the casualties of the wildlife ravaging Los Angeles. The controversial art had been stored near Pacific Palisades home of Hunter's Hollywood attorney Kevin Morris, and it is valued in the millions of dollars. A source close to the Biden family said. Morris, who loaned the first son nearly $5 million to help pay a tax bill, has been financing the documentary on him. The life of us for only 5. Yeah, blah blah. We don't care about that.
So
but yeah, it was estimated it was 20.
wait,
20
go
million or
go
something.
right back up. Something about an untrue what? Underneath that. Right there. Kevin Morris responded to the post to claim this was another untrue story about Hunter Biden.
Hmm.
Wait,
Oh,
they didn't loan him $5 million.
Okay.
sure he didn't. Sure he didn't. It's a Frankie.
Yeah, so
The one good thing
Yeah.
about pardoning, though, is, and Brian has it full here, if you have a presidential pardon and they're doing an inquiry on, and Congress calls you, you cannot take the fifth because you've been pardoned for that already. You have to be honest. So if you are not honest, that nullifies and voids out your pardon.
yeah, but
So
the difference is you just don't turn up.
yeah, well,
So
they could put you in contempt if they want, but
okay, but if there is a possibility that you testifying on this thing, yes, you're pardoned federally, but if there is a possibility that you could face legal action from states,
mhm.
then
Yeah.
then the Fifth Amendment should still apply. That you can plead the fifth because it could incriminate you at the state level.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, I see what you're saying. So you could a state then can be like, okay, we're bringing up charges because X amount
It
of people
affected the
died
state.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the guys did want to release the January 6 guys in New York and that. They
Yeah.
said it's a state prison.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. They're in a state prison. Are they in Rikers?
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be in there then. They should be in like Club Med, like one at Club Fed, they call them. I didn't know they weren't in one of the federal ones.
I
No,
thought
no,
they were.
they got one of the guys, the leader fella. He's down in freaking Texas. He's down in Fort Worth.
Well, there's
Worth.
federal prisons down here.
Yeah.
Is that the kid who's the so-called leader of the
Puerto Rican
Proud Boys?
leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Puerto Rican white supremacist. The guy who's bald and
They're
black.
everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah. He got pardoned too. So
I don't know what this kid said. I just saw it real quick, but I can't stand this kid. So we're gonna listen to what he has to say because he drives me nuts.
It's day one of Donald Trump's administration.
Pause for a quick second.
Yeah.
I will let you know this video came out 45 minutes after he was sworn in. Just to let you know.
So 45 minutes after he was
45
sworn in.
minutes after he was sworn in. This is
Harry,
this
whatever.
is his video. Yep.
Okay.
Let's just take a look at how things are going.
Okay, the kid's wearing.
Well, hold on. No, accepting a pardon is not accepting that it was a crime. You're not admitting to a crime if you accept a pardon.
No, it isn't. Yeah, you're right about that. You're not accepting that the crime happened. You're just pardoned if there's any allegations, I guess. I don't know.
If accepting a pardon is admission of guilt, again, states, if it affected states, they could go after that person. Like, what do you mean you didn't do it? You admitted it because you accepted the pardon.
There's been people who have refused pardons or amendments to their sentences because it actually hurts their appeals. So people who are on death row, there's been people that were on death row that refused to take it, and it ended up actually getting off because of it. But if they were to do it, then it's the presumption of guilt over it, even though it's not saying legally it's the presumption of it, and that can sway the jury if they were to ever go to it again, sort of thing.
You know, and it kills the jury pool when a president pardons you. You know, that's national news. So that's a valid point there. Let's see what Harry has to say about 45 minutes after the president was sworn in.
Already, egg prices have not come down. Gas prices have not come down. Housing prices have not come down. Grocery prices have not come down.
This kid is so lame.
After Donald
He's wearing
Trump
blue
said that the effect of his policies would be felt almost immediately. Trump also threatened war with Panama during his inauguration.
Did anybody hear that? I don't remember him threatening war. He just said, we're taking it back. I mean, the Chinese government has been, I guess, running the canal in some way through Panama. So he's like, no, we're taking it back. They were supposed to follow certain obligations for us building it. There were certain terms that they were supposed to follow and we were supposed to follow, and they didn't follow it. So we're taking it back. I don't see an issue. Harry.
Speech. And just now, Elon Musk did a German World War II salute. If you're
okay, I don't know if that was, but it was more like, hi, I'm autistic. And he got excited. He grabbed his heart and then threw up his hand in a bad salute way.
Yeah, but if you go into anyone's Twitter feed this morning, all you're going to see is every single politician that's ever been around doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catching my vibe while he was speaking at one of Donald Trump's inauguration events. So if you're MAGA and you voted for this, congratulations, you got played. You got played. Donald Trump and his team are not doing any of the things that they promised they would do. They just completely played you and lied to you. Donald Trump thinks that government is a game that he can just play with.
This guy won me over.
We're seeing that right now.
So brilliant.
Trump hasn't even been in office for 24 hours, and we're already being embarrassed on the world stage.
Didn't he just nullify everything he just said?
No, you're missing the most beautiful part about it. He's admitting that all these things are high.
Yeah.
He's admitting that and whose administration was the one that was in yesterday?
Jill Biden.
Yeah. Was it? Oh,
we tried to warn all of you.
Doctor.
We really did.
He's a moron, this kid. He literally is a moron. Yep. But he makes a lot of money doing it. So I guess you got to give him that.
It's amazing that, I mean, can't you, wouldn't the response be like, okay, it's day one, but you do know if you call all the grocery stores like, hey, lower the price on your eggs, it's going to take them at least a day to change all the stickers on it.
Oh, right. And the gas that's already in those tanks, they
being paid for.
So like they don't change it quickly. Like if it drops, I mean, they'll try to stay competitive, but they're not going to lose their hat by selling
even
it
if it was possible, the logistics it would take to make those changes to be in effect would not happen within the first 2 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, he's been in power for 45 minutes. He hasn't signed a single executive order yet. He's failed. Plain and simple.
He was only.
This is the same guy that said maybe if you cared more about the environment, you wouldn't worry about the price of eggs.
Yeah, that was the same kid. Yeah, the kid who probably lives with his parents still. You know,
no, he lives in a mansion.
Oh, he does, because you know why?
State bought one.
You really think that? I'm not saying he doesn't, but in my own view, he doesn't believe half the crap he probably says.
No, of course he doesn't.
You know, he
believes his bank balance when he says it.
exactly.
And he's the thing. He's young enough that if in the next 4 years something happens with Trump and the Dems get in like next time, then he's just going to be paraded around like, oh, I went through 4 years of hell for this.
Yeah,
because I don't think he's going to stop. I don't think he's going to stop. So
real quick, sorry to go back to the pardon thing, but if you remember that there was the soldier that was given a pardon during Trump's first administration, right? It went to the federal appeals court, and they ruled that accepting the pardon from Trump was not an admission of guilt. So that's actually case law now, that pardons aren't an admission of guilt.
It got precedent with it. So
yes.
Yeah, I never assumed that a pardon was
an admission of guilt.
Admission of guilt. You know, it's just it's one of those things. You know, it's a weird one because a pardon, if you already are guilty of it, you know, I get because you're already guilty. You're being pardoned. These pardons
are for crimes that haven't even been investigated yet.
Exactly, and that's what I don't understand how that's even legal.
Or scenario where someone got screwed, like what happened with Lil Wayne, when you know his so-called friends gave him a gift of all these guns, and he's just like, I'm a felon, I can't have these. Oh, look at that, the FBI's at the door right now.
Come with us, Wheezy. You knew the law. But it's the same as when you, because you have the right you have the right to refuse to answer questions when you're being interviewed by police or whatever. Saying you want a lawyer and you're not going to answer any questions is not an admission of anything being wrong.
Right.
That's
like
that's very.
The smartest thing you can do is when you get arrested, not say a freaking word until I want a lawyer.
I've watched too many Netflix documentaries. If they offer me food or anything, I'm not touching any of it. Keep my hands in my pocket.
Yep, they want your DNA. Dong dong.
Oh yeah. That's why the girlfriend refuses to do 23andMe, because she doesn't want the cops to have it and convict her of murder. I'm like, hold on.
Wait a minute. What?
She's like, yeah, because they'll have your DNA on file. So if they're investigating you for a murder, they got your DNA. I'm like, is
she planning your murder? How much is your life insurance worth again?
No, she goes, I'm not saying that I'm going to murder anyone. I'm just saying if I do, I don't want them to have the DNA from the.
Okay, I respect that. I thought she meant like she thought they would take her DNA and like sprinkle it. Oh, what did we have here?
Oh, yeah. Oh, like Dave Chappelle. Well, sprinkling a little crack on him. But like, no. This seems like because people have been caught that way, but no, not directly. It would be like they would track DNA through somebody else. Like somebody's uncle killed somebody.
Well, that's what they do. They look for familiar strands and everything.
Yeah.
And they say to them, if you don't give us the DNA, then your brother, sister, whatever, will go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And this is to clear him.
Oh, hey Nick.
Hey Nick.
What up? Nick. What's up, dude? Hey, if you want to jump on, man, we'll send you the link.
I'll send it to Nick then.
Yes, send it to him. I love Nick. Let's check out. I did save some, but we'll just go right.
But in my experience, if they don't want to answer questions, shit, they're guilty as fuck.
Guilty.
No, I'm kidding. But what is true though, and I've never, 8 years as a cop, I have never had an innocent person run from me. Not once had somebody who did nothing wrong was like, oh shit, I'm off, I'm running.
Yeah, right.
Never happened.
Nope, I could see that. So for Harry, this one's for Harry. And I'll blow this up just a tad. So
I've also never chased anyone that was innocent too. So that may be.
I don't know. This is what time was this? This was January 20th at 10:03 p.m. President Donald Trump's historic first day at office. 42 executive orders, memoranda, proclamations, 115 personnel actions, more than 200 executive actions, 60 minutes of press Q&A, and 3 historical speeches. I think he did pretty good.
It was just historic speeches. They weren't historical.
And I also think that's kind of a leap. We don't know if they're historic. I haven't heard them before.
No, that's true. You gotta wait.
I did love that he was signing the orders in front of in front of a crowd, and then throws the pen.
into the
at
crowd.
the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then
like, this
dances
pit.
dances with the village people. It's in YMCA. I like,
Oh, beautiful.
Amazing
What's up?
showmanship.
What is
Amazing
up, Nick?
showmanship.
hey,
What's
Nick.
up, Scott? Long
How are you?
long time.
Miss you,
no
buddy.
see.
Miss you, buddy.
It's you, man.
How's things
Happy to
going?
see ya. Things are going okay. I figured, no, I got some time between now and Toxic Tuesday. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, hey, look, Scott's going, and Midnight's Edge finished earlier, so why not see what you dudes are doing? And then look, lo and behold, I'm a part of the show.
You are, my friend. So what do you think about Trump's first day in office?
Overall, pretty good. I mean, obviously, you can't have everything happen. I think we got to realize, and I think this is something he may have unintentionally done too. You can't promise every single literal thing on day one, because look, all the ceremonies and dances and speeches
Mhm,
and moving
mhm.
around he had to do on day one alone. But
Mm.
hey, he got started on a lot of executive orders. I'm myself personally, I guess you could say I'm mostly libertarian, so I'm very happy about the Ross Ulbricht. So I'm like,
Yeah.
at least it happened on day 2. Better that, because he can't get to everything. But I think given the first few weeks,
Mhm.
and you're going to see a lot more. But it's nice to see right out the bat he's not wasting time. Which I'm happy I voted for him, and he's right away getting to work. So I'm really happy that he's making it feel like, okay, my vote did not go to waste.
I anticipated that he wouldn't be able to do some of these things, which is why we haven't bought eggs yet. I'm waiting on it to catch up.
Yeah. You got to wait at least
a couple
48
days
hours
before
Yeah.
they change the stickers.
I mean, he did.
Yeah, he hasn't even spoke to the chickens yet to make them produce cheaper
Right.
ones. So
Right.
Hey,
I mean, that's
be nice
after
about
the
my
cartel.
chickens, my sweet, beautiful chickens.
My
All right, be
beautiful-
gentle. They look at them. They're so beautiful.
Chef Nick, man, it's been a while. Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Yeah. So, I mean, between the eggs dropping prices, he, designated the cartel, as a terrorist, pretty much
Love it.
organization.
Love it.
I love how we have Mount Kit McKinley back. I didn't realize it even was gone. I didn't even know it.
What are you talking
So-
about? It's always been called, what was the other? It's
Mount
always been called Mount
Denali.
Denali. For thousands of years, it's been called that.
I didn't. What? When did
No.
that even happen? Was that
Uh,
between terms?
No, Obama did it in 20 whatever. I think Obama was the one that signed the thing saying it would change from Mount McKinley to Mount Denali.
Yeah, I like this one.
I thought that was Bush.
Was it Bush? I thought it was Obama.
I thought okay,
We're gonna see.
because it was the first time I heard about it. So, wait, when did Obama get in? 08?
Obama did it in
Yeah,
2015.
08 through 16, or
Yeah, he did it.
technically 09 through 17, if I want to get technical. But
Right. He did. President Obama in 2015 renamed it.
Boom.
This action may impact the recognition and respect towards the
Athabaskan.
people of Alaska, who traditionally referred to the mountain as Denali. They still can.
It's pronounced Alaskanese, just so you know.
Oh, thank you, sir. I screwed that up. Oof, that's embarrassing. As it moves away from acknowledging native people.
Indigenous.
Yeah, those guys. So that's the big hoopla. So it was Denali because the Eskimos, or not Eskimos, the Athabascans called it that, and he decided what that
Yep.
we're okay.
So yeah, no, so all you Akapakakan people in Alaska, you better not even mention the name Mount Denali. It's official. You cannot refer to it as that.
Donald Trump just signed an this was yesterday, signed an executive order ending birthright citizenship for illegal immigrants. Let's hear what he has to say about it, because
Oh,
I'm
really?
wondering if that's like when illegal immigrants come to the country and then have a
Right.
child here.
Yes,
Okay.
that's exactly what it is, right? Like if you are flying from Mexico City to Toronto and you have a layover in Chicago and you have a baby,
Mhm.
it no longer will be automatically a U.S. citizen.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that does
That's
stop.
one example of it.
Yeah.
This next order relates to the definition of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the United States.
That's a good one. Birthright.
Oh, hey Nick, Lily wants
That's a
to
big-
see if you're frozen at your place too. Lily said it was one at
Yeah,
hers.
I'm responding in the comments.
Oh.
That way we can listen to Trump.
Yeah, let's listen
I
to
wanted
Trump.
to break it
and-
up for copyright.
Could be. We think we have good ground, but you could be right. I mean, you'll find out. It's ridiculous. We're the only country in the world that does this with birthright, as you know. And it's
True.
just absolutely ridiculous, but, we'll see. We have very good grounds.
Sir,
People have wanted to do this for
many,
decades.
many
sir,
many
this is
years.
a proclamation declaring a national emergency. This,
Okay, so that's a good one. It's 16 where I'm at, if you guys wanted to know.
Oh, it's
Um,
27 here. My God, it's
Is it
horrible.
really down there?
Yeah,
27?
we had
Holy
snow on
crap.
our cars and shit.
Yeah, tomorrow
sorry.
morning.
It wasn't snow and feces. It was just
27 degrees
some
and snow.
I know.
Motherfucker, this is Texas.
Wow.
It's okay. Listen,
Oh, you poor
when
thing.
you're used to Texas weather and it drops to 27,
Do you-
that is
do you
the
need- do you need
that
a
is the
blanket?
equivalent. Nick, that's the equivalent to it dropping to negative 32 for you.
Let me get you a blanket and a pillow, man.
Do you know how many layers I have to put on before I go outside to have a cigarette?
I can
Oh, you
imagine.
Sweet poor
I
thing.
can imagine. Oh, isn't Zach?
I-
Are you a Canadian?
Yes, of course
I
he
think
is.
Zach is
Or-
Canadian.
I didn't know that.
Here's how I start, right? So I have underwear on, I have like basketball shorts, and then I have sweatpants on top of that, right? I have a t-shirt, I have a long sleeve t-shirt, I have a hoodie, and then I put a vest on.
I work outside, so this tomorrow it's going to be in the negative to very single digits for most of the morning. So I might wear long johns under my jeans. That's about it. Got to get used to it, man. You just get used to it. All
Oh,
right,
boy.
let's see.
When I was a cop, man, I I would have layers and a beanie and all, and I would have like a gator mask or whatever, like to go like would hold over my face. And I had this one lady, I was out and I was wearing it, and she was like, "I don't know if you should be wearing that because people can't see your face." I'm like, you're right, you're
Yeah.
right. That I can understand why people may be nervous when they can't see my face. However, it is like 20 fucking degrees out here. I'm gonna let some things go like that. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
that's okay for a couple of days. It's Texas. We're talking 2-3 days. I'm gonna be wearing this, right?
Yeah, I think it's all right. I would assume.
People also, someone even said, I think your gloves are intimidating because I would wear gloves that were Kevlar lined, so that you don't get stick.
Intimidating?
Yeah. She was like, they could be scared. I'm like, I don't care.
Is this the
Sorry.
same woman?
No, it was a different.
Oh.
Oh, dude, all the time I would run into people like this. People were like, you shouldn't say Merry Christmas. You say Happy Holidays. I'm like, does that offend you saying Merry Christmas? Well,
Right.
no, not me, but it could offend other people. Let them worry about it.
And those are the reasons we had Biden as a
That-
president. Those people, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly why you gave that little things like that in isolation seem, I guess you could say they seem small, but it's one of those things where it became a domino effect. You
Yep.
change that, and then they just moved on to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing.
Yep, that's
And,
why.
and that's when I learned. I think it's right around, I'd say probably for me personally, probably around 2020. That was, I guess, where I hit my full red pill moment and realized no matter how much you change or try to look nice, they're always going to just ask for more. And that's when I realized you can never satisfy these people. So that's why I realized you don't do it because they're just going to move on and just take and take.
Yep.
Real quick, it's not really related, but my
What are you
sergeant,
talking about? Oh, I thought
my
you were
sergeant
talking
was
about
he was black, right?
Mhm.
And in front of like a store, like a not a strip mall, but like just stores, right? Some lady was stopped in the middle of the drive, right? And so he's walking up to her window, and he's black. And as he's walking up, she starts screaming inside of her car because all she saw was a black guy coming towards her. He goes,
in
"Man, I
his
looked."
uniform.
Yes.
Okay, just
He
making
goes,
sure.
"Man, I looked around and I took off running." I mean, what? He goes, "Look, man, I just didn't want to get caught up in that shit."
You know what? The best thing is she's the one who probably would be like, that'll offend the African American community. But you know what? You put him in that
Funniest thing.
position.
I love that. I'm like, he took off running.
Oh, that's awesome.
There was
All
a
right,
moment
here-
I'm like, shit, was I thinking about robbing her? I don't know now.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutation?
Full pardon.
Full pardon, baby.
For what? For who?
For the J6,
Oh, okay. Got
1,500
it.
people. Full pardon.
I like how he calls them the hostages.
Whoa,
Yeah,
Andy,
that was awesome. Yeah,
Andy
Andy.
coming in.
Pump
Yeah.
the brakes, Andy. He didn't use hard R, so that's good.
I mean, compared to if he had, yes.
Yeah. Would have been bad, even worse. So another thing Trump signed, he officially removed all weapons shipment restrictions on Israel and signed an executive order ending all U.S. funding to UNRWA.
The World Health Organization.
No, that's the
It's
WHO.
WHO.
Oh, which one are you saying?
UNRWA.
Unroll. It's like the worst wrestling promotion out there.
Terrible, isn't it? I'll find it.
UNRWA.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one before.
I mean,
So
it's pretty funny. Like he says, like he's right when he says 1,500 people that are hostages, because not one of them was charged with anything.
Right. They've been in prison for 4 years.
Yeah,
4
and
years,
no
man.
charges.
No charges.
I'm not trying to take up for the government or anything, but sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry.
Okay, yeah. A kid who
Yeah,
like prayed.
let's get the Proud Boys guy who was definitely the instigator on the day, and they went, well, he wasn't there. It's like, oh, well, it was his rhetoric that did it. Just like he didn't even know about it.
And it's another one of those like, see, he's a part of it. How? We can link the chain. We'll link it. Don't worry. Just put him in jail. Just put him in jail.
I hope they ask him, all right, name as many breakfast cereals as you can or you're going to jail. Crap.
Oh my God. Fruit Loops. I'm stuck.
Do you get the
What I-
reference? Isn't
Well,
that
I
part
don't
of
even remember the gay
when you
one.
become a Proud Boy? They punch you in the arm while you try to name as many breakfast cereals as you can as part of the initiation, I believe.
You know a little too much.
You've also got to put on a tie properly.
Yeah. United Nations Relief and Works Agency. What they did was it's for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. Established in 1949 to provide humanitarian assistance, education, healthcare, and social services to Palestinian refugees. So
Did they take a break from 2012 to 2023?
I don't know.
Or I
don't
The
don't know,
money
2012.
didn't.
Whenever Gaza, whenever Israel's like, you can have it. Y'all want to vote for you people, vote whenever that was. They're like, I guess
2014,
we're done too
somewhere around
now. I guess
Yeah.
we're done now too.
I remember
You know-
when Gaza was a thing.
You remember that? You remember Ukraine? That was sometimes.
You
Like
mean
we
New
sent
Russia?
them $6 billion by mistake. And like it was at the same time we were offering $750 to people in Maui when 5 billion would have like every single home that was lost would have easily paid for everyone's home again.
Yeah, but that way Oprah's corporation can't come in and buy up all those houses.
Well, hold on though. It's not the government's fault that those people did not paint their roofs blue.
That's true.
Oh, there you go. I forgot about that. The blue roofs shit.
Well, it stops the lasers.
Yep.
That-
Everyone
that's
knows.
true. Yeah, everybody knows that. So already 18 states and 2 cities have sued to block Donald Trump's executive order on ending birthright citizenship.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
What a shock.
What a shock, right? He also put a freeze on all federal hiring except for the military and other critical like infrastructure. Withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accords.
Well, hold on, because there's more to that freeze. It's a temporary freeze at 72 days, 90 days, something like that. But whenever it's done, the IRS is the only part that the freeze isn't lifted. They still will have a freeze, even though all the other places will have it lifted.
Oh,
interesting, right?
That is interesting. I like it. All right, here we go with this one. This is for, I think you were the one who said this one, Matt. Let me just take this pen right here. You know what? They're really nice pens. But you know what? There you go, kid.
They look better on you. So why not? Here, take another. They're the
He's so
best pens.
awesome.
I signed with them, you know.
I
I signed
can't-
with them.
So
I-
historical.
I can't wait for 40, 50 years, right? And they reboot the MCU, and
Mhm.
Iron Man comes in, and Captain America is like, these pins here, they were used to sign an executive order to end birthright citizenship by President Donald Trump.
And Iron Man is one of his relatives. Yeah, that would be awesome. It's like Baron Trump's like grandchild. He's awesome. What do you guys feel about JD? What's your feelings on him?
I'm
Let me
a
go
huge fan of JD.
Are
I
you?
like JD. I really do. At first, I wasn't sure about it. It wasn't like by
Mhm.
like a means of negative like thoughts. But it was just like, okay, I'm aware he was originally a never Trumper, which honestly I don't really
Right.
have a problem with. Actually, for me, that was a good start. But what really
Right.
sold me on him was the debate. That sealed the deal for me because
Mhm.
he mollywop, he bitch smacked Tim Walz into 30 years from now, way beyond his grave. And I
Yeah.
was just like, okay, this guy is a really good debater. And if there's one thing the Republican Party has not had for a while is a really strong debater.
But
Because the
it wasn't
left are
just
really
that, though.
good at using the right words.
Well-
They know how to play all the talking points. And he freaking everything they try to throw at him, he is a master. And in some ways, he kind of delivers Trump's message better than Trump does at times.
Yes.
Not all the time, but at
No,
times he does.
But on the debate thing, though, not he destroyed him, but he also did it while being a cool guy to him. There were so many
Yeah.
times like
Yeah, he's very
he was
cordial.
being nice about it.
He
He's
also-
annoying.
That's why I
also
think
knew-
Tim
he
Walz.
also
I think
knew
Tim
when to
Walz
pose
voted
for a
for
meme.
Trump just because of Vance. I think Tim Walz is like, wow, I really like this guy. He actually and I agree here. I should vote for him.
I don't like the vice president because I realize that he's my age, and now I feel like I haven't really accomplished much with my life. I'm just like, he's
Second
40.
youngest VP
I'm just like,
ever. Second youngest. I think the last time we had one that young is either in the early 1900s or 1800s. Second youngest one
Really,
ever.
that long ago?
So
Yeah.
I think that I worry because he's already said that when he was on with Joe, they were talking about if he's gonna run
Mhm.
for president, right? After this
Mhm.
term. And he was like, I know, because of how horrible this campaign has been from, you know what I mean? From
Right.
how the reaction, blah, 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 right? And
Mhm.
I hope that between now and at the end of the administration that he's seen enough to where he knows it's not that he wants to, but like he needs
He
to do it.
has to. He has to.
Let him prove his worth first, because remember, he's
Yeah.
got a lot to be fair.
Well, of
in
course,
4
if he
years,
kills
there's a
an
lot that needs
assistant
to be
between
done.
if he kills an assistant between now and then, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, but still, like I said, I think he should run. Yeah, if he messes up horribly, I'm not gonna maintain that opinion.
But I'm with you on that. Like,
Mhm.
because we didn't, I think it was actually better for people that were on the fence about Trump that he didn't win in 2020. It was terrible for our country, but it turned a lot of people, the last 4 years, a lot of people red pilled to a
Oh
point.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
no, dude, I know people who
I
never
kind of feel like
voted
he
for
dodged
him
the bullet
ever.
twice.
Wait a minute.
Ah, that was
Say
good,
that
Grant.
again, Grant.
So I kind of feel like he dodged the bullet twice.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, that's what he said. But there are people
Well, I mean,
who I know
let's
people.
think. If he went,
Sorry.
if he went through all the COVID stuff, we have no idea if he would have been the same.
Right.
Um,
But what we need though is if we only get 4 years of him, and let's say JD, which I've only heard him really in podcasts, but he handled them great. Like Tim Dillon's, if you haven't watched that one, fantastic. And the Rogan one, he's a educated guy, a self-made man, and I think 4 years isn't enough to lock in some of the things that Trump wants done. And I'm hoping he's not just like we're getting fleeced by this dude. I'm hoping he's the real deal and we figure that out in the next 4 years and we get at least one term of him. So we get a good 8-year block of just good management,
Because this
Agreed.
we're in the cycle now of executive orders. right? Every new administration comes in that are going to reverse everything that the last one did and put their own in. A lot of those things that are in those executive orders take more time
Mhm.
to implement correctly and over time. So yeah, it ideally JD proves his worth.
Right.
It ends and you get 8 years.
That's another
to
8, which would be sick.
establish a 12-year period of growth that's going to be a lot harder to undo.
Yep.
When people get tired and like, we want to change. This is too nice and boring. Let's mix shit up and get, you know what I mean? Let's get Newsom in there, see what he can do.
Actually,
Yeah.
in 12 years' time, AOC will be eligible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If they want to go, just like, let's see how
Just
you
keep
know what I mean, how
going.
much damage we could do.
Yeah. It's I don't know about you guys, but like this was the first time ever at an election where I was actually I was nervous. I literally election night I was scared that we were going to as a country make the wrong decision. And I've never felt that way. Like that just goes to show you how shitty the last 4 years were. And then what we had coming if she won.
You know, I actually felt pretty good about him winning. Knuckle, and I know
I
it's easy
did,
to
but I was
say.
still scared, dude.
That's fair, and that's fair. Hey, my younger brother, who definitely doesn't look like if you ever saw him, he's a security guard who could mollywop the crap out of dudes.
And he's
who was in
Asian.
the military and everything. He was in the military and all, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he's a monster of a man. He told me he was like, yeah, I'm voting, but I don't like how this looked. He was like, I would say he wasn't black-pilled, but he definitely had that major level of skepticism. And I get it, but for some reason, I had this weird feeling. To me, it was like the night before Christmas, where there's that feeling that you just know the next day is going to be good. And I had that moment the day before the election. I was up unintentionally, later than I know, something about I said, he's going to win. I can feel it. He's going to win. And then it freaking happened. We were on, I think Brahma, or was it Culture?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It was Brahma's. I was there too.
Yeah, and man, it was a great time, and it happened, and then of course we were up till 1 or 2 a.m. or maybe it was 3 a.m. I can't remember. I'm glad I took off work. I was so confident. I actually took off from my employer for the day after. That's how confident I was Trump was going to win. That I took the day off after. I'm glad I did, because I don't think I've gone that loaded on a stream in a long time.
When that stream first started, Carrie was there, Rama, a whole bunch of people, right? And there was a lot of like nervousness about what was going to happen. And then when it came down, I'm like, I'm not worried about this shit at all. Like, I think it's going to be fine. That was it. I wasn't, I just didn't have that feeling of like, everything's going to go horrible.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't think
I had a fear they were going to steal it. I had a fear, and like, I think maybe it's, having young kids and worrying about what they're getting taught at school, and, all the DEI stuff that you see at work in other places. It was just like, we can't go through more of this. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Like, you're an American, no matter what color, gender, sexuality you are, you're an American. We should all be treated the same way, same rights. And we were going down a road where, and people laugh at it, but being a white male was going to be dangerous. It was going to be dangerous. They were out to get even, the president was just a shell.
Speaking of not capping, Nick, you got to get going.
I got a few minutes.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Sorry, Nick.
No, I just posted it in the chat. That's why I just said 5-minute heads up. As what's that for? Maybe you misread it, but yeah.
No, I read it 5 minutes, but I figured that by the time we have this conversation that we're doing right now, and then you promote yourself, that 5 minutes would be up.
Oh, well, to be fair, you guys have been very moving, and there's been a little bit of gap for us to slide in and have our words. So
he loves to slide in.
I know, Grant. I could feel all the way from America.
I've gotten a lot better at letting people slide in. So I'm glad you're
tell. Age has done you
loosen
favors.
up with your old age.
You got to put in the work, like what Suge talked about happened, like Diddy and them, what they do with the hard-boiled egg to check and see if the guys are ready.
Huh?
So Suge Knight has a podcast that he does from prison, and he's talking about all the Diddy parties and stuff. And he was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, man, what those dudes do when they get a new guy that they're going to want to,
Mhm.
they insert a hard boiled egg or whatever. And if it comes out cracked, he is not ready for what he's about to experience.
Oh my God.
That's a real thing that
Oh,
Suge said that they do.
And Suge ain't scared to say what Suge wants to say.
Suge will say whatever.
Oh,
how
man.
how many assassination attempts has he survived?
Who, Suge?
Yeah.
Oh, the one with, I mean, the big one that killed Tupac. Allegedly. Yeah, he's
how do you
like,
hit a 4-foot little fellow like Tupac and miss a giant 6'2" guy like Suge?
even a stray bullet. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Imagine going back to whoever hired you. Like, listen, like, why did you shoot Tupac? Listen, I couldn't hit the giant man, but the ballerina just was whirling around and got in the way of all the bullets. I swear, I was shooting at Suge.
So at my range, 4'7" is like 8 foot, so it's not my fault. It's perspective. It was I was
Real quick.
I was amped up from the Tyson fight, so my nerves were still going.
Right before Nick leaves, this person who is the Vigilant Fox, great page, whatever you call him on Twitter posts. So he put down pretty much what happened. So Trump rescinded 78 Biden era executive orders. We talked about that. Implemented regulatory freeze on the new regulations until full control of the government is achieved. So hiring and stuff like that. The freeze on hiring federally, unless it's critical, requiring all federal workers to return to full-time in-person work immediately. That there were so many of them fighting that, which was hilarious. Directing every federal department and agency to address the ongoing cost of living crisis, which is huge for us. Withdrawing from the Paris climate, we talked about that. Sending a letter to the United Nations to formally announce we're out of that Paris climate agreement. Restoring freedom of speech, preventing government censorship. That is huge. Ending the weaponization of government against political adversaries of the previous administration. What else? Talked about it. Oh, I thought there was a couple other. My bad. I know he had a couple other.
No JFK files?
Yeah, that might be a couple days, maybe. I don't know. Look how tall that kid is, man. If he should be look at him. What kid could be president?
I was on Brahma's bullpen or whatever, right? And I was scrolling through Twitter and I came across this video where they had him like a giant person, like a giant. Like,
I loved it.
Well, and I was just kind of glanced at it. I was like, oh shit, there's a giant. Caught me off. I do like the video of him. Elon's doing Elon on Addie's in the back. It's like being all weird and stuff. And he looks. Barron looks so over it, like just embarrassed, eye rolling. He's like, my God. I liked it.
It's like, who brings their kids to events like this? God. Right? He's like the old mafia boss. He leans down, whispers something to his dad, and his dad changes his mind about something.
Exactly.
He's like, you're doing like as he said, like he was just talking one day, and Barron said you need to go on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. And I guess Trump really didn't realize how big it was, podcasting. Like, that blows my mind because the guy's all about media, but he was like, dude, you have to. He gave you an open invitation. You got to do it. And he also got him to do other ones, like
he got him to do
Theo Vaughn. Yeah, and Theo Vaughn talking about coke and shit while he's with like amazing.
That really
motherfucker, man. That shit'll make you turn into a night owl.
That Joe Rogan show really showed you he's one of those rare guys in his political section where he's not in like an absolute square, because let's be real here, a lot of people in the Republican Party are like the squarest of the squares and not like an entertaining one. So it's like, oh, this guy's just in like geek shit. No, like they're like some of the most boring people on the planet, and not that that matters in a logical world. The problem is we're in a very irrational world,
right?
And how human he was and how fun he was in his conversation with Joe. And like when he was talking about the hunch, so he's like, man, that's gotta be like a good party to go to. And I was just like, holy crap, he was really like fun. And he's like I feel like if I was like at a bar, I could actually have a conversation with him, unlike Mike Pence or unlike
Oh, Mike
what's that
Pence.
guy's
That
name?
dude's a droll.
Who ran in 2012? I can't remember.
Um,
Mitt
Yeah,
Romney.
Rodney.
I
Piece of
couldn't,
shit.
or even any of the Bushes. Like I feel like I can actually have a conversation
I
with
don't know. I
JD
think I could have a
Vance
drink
who
with
feel
W.
unawkward.
Yeah, W
Oh,
might have been
W.
fun.
Yeah, you could have a beer
Yeah.
with. By the way, real quick. Oh,
I'd
absolutely.
make
Real
fun
quick.
of him.
Yeah.
Real quick. CJ8. I don't know if you misheard what I was saying about Baron and Elon. Baron was not the one acting like he was high on Adderall, jumping
Yeah,
around.
That was Musk.
That was Musk doing that.
Yeah.
Baron was the one
He was
stoically
stoic. He was,
just over that whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask Nick this before he leaves, because I know he has to leave in a
Sure.
minute. Because I might be different on this one, but what was more important, Trump on Rogan, Kamala not doing Rogan, or JD Vance on Rogan?
Trump was the most important, even though my personal favorite was the JD Vance one.
Same.
That was the most important.
I feel like the Trump was the most important because you needed to have him be right there for that endorsement. I feel like that was the gateway that finally led
was
to the
huge.
final nail in the coffin for Rogan to finally make up his mind, because he
Trump called him out on it. He's like, "Come on, Joe, you've got me on here. You have to endorse me now." He put him in a spot.
Yeah,
he's like, "You're a smart guy."
Yeah, you're a smart guy. Come on, Joe. You know you want to. You've already
Just do
bashed
it,
Biden
Joe.
enough. You've bashed Harris enough.
And look at him. He's at the inauguration too.
Yeah, now
but
he's at the inauguration. It wasn't my favorite one, though. I loved it. Remember, it was good to have them interact, and especially when he went on about the whale psychiatrist, I freaking died laughing.
Mhm.
But overall, yeah, Trump was the most important one, culturally speaking.
For maybe culture.
You want to know what the most surprising one out of all the political interviews that he's done recently? The one that genuinely surprised me was Fetterman.
Right. I was actually shocked.
Yeah.
This
I'm just
guy
like,
right
oh,
here.
God. Yeah, I'm
Who
just like,
came to
Lord
it
can
in
actually
shorts.
form a sentence.
Yeah.
Like, he's still a fucking weird one. Like,
His Undertaker
like,
one was even better though than his Rogan one, because he actually ended up interviewing Undertaker, even though Taker was going to originally interview him. Trump flipped it around on him, and he ended up interviewing him. And I loved how well he spoke about wrestling. You can tell he knows the whole sport, if you want to call it that. He understands sports entertainment really well. He's not some guy who's just there because, oh, it's the Undertaker, he's a legendary name.
Right.
He actually understands the matches, the art form of it all. And to see the way he talked about it, you could tell he was not a poser. He was a real deal. I feel like that really added to it too for Trump as well. I feel like the Undertaker one was, as far as an entertainment show, I feel like that was even better than the Rogan one, because you could see Taker was just like, holy crap, I thought I was supposed to be interviewing you. What? You flipped the tables on me.
See, I understand how you're saying Rogan and Trump was the bigger one, but for me and a lot of people I knew that were, again, I think there were a couple people I knew on the fence, and when they heard JD talk and they realized, okay, if something happens to Trump, being as old as he is and how many people want to take pop shots at him, and they did, that this guy would be a good enough president to get through the remainder of the years, at least from what you saw there. I think a lot of people wouldn't have voted for Trump that did if he had a different vice president that didn't show that a young, vibrant guy who, his wife is.
Oh, I was kind of hoping for Vivek, because I really enjoyed Vivek a lot.
Yeah, me too. I would have loved it. Though I heard he
Give him
left
time.
Doge.
He's
He left.
going to run for governor in Ohio.
chairman.
He's running for governor in Ohio. That's what he's doing. Because
Oh.
apparently, when he originally was leaving his, was it senator seat? Apparently, Mike DeWine was replacing him with someone very unlikable, and Trump wants payback on DeWine. So now he's like, you should go run for governor instead.
Mhm.
So he's going to do that.
I mean, he's an Ohio boy, and
He
dude,
looks
that
like
guy,
one.
just well spoken. Yeah, very Ohioan. He's well spoken, smart
I
as
like him a
hell.
lot.
I like him a lot. Like, this run introduced me, because I think I didn't want to like him. I thought he was going to be like this arrogant,
Smug. Yeah.
He is he's
one of the
like
good ones.
Trump. He's Trump with like a low gear where he could just talk to somebody. Hey, like he had a protester he brought into his speech. He's like, no, come on in, listen to what I have to say. Blah blah blah. Like the dude he's
But-
really good at what he does.
By the way, when I say he's one of the good ones, I mean one of the good politicians, not
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
good
What did you mean by that?
Indians,
Yeah,
red dots. But
Nick, we'll let you go if you have to, buddy. I know you have Dick's Division, right? Or is it
Toxic Tuesday
Toxic
on my
Tuesday? I'm
channel.
sorry, on your
Every
channel.
it's okay on my channel. Yes, we'll be if any you got nothing going on, we'll be talking Denzel Washington's The Equalizer 3 in 10 minutes.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nick,
thanks for having me, Scott. Good
Yeah,
to see
man.
you, man.
Yeah, buddy. I'll have to. I keep saying I have to come back on like one of the Monday shows or something.
You should.
I will. I will. One of these weeks when I have a day off or something, I'll come on. I keep saying that, but it's hard. But I let everybody know I said
He's a
hello.
liar, so
I will.
yeah.
Big liar, big fat liar. Like Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Carrie. Anyways, thank you, Nick. Guys, I'm gonna put his link in the chat to his live stream tonight after we're done here. You can go and
Thank you,
check him
sir.
out. All right,
All
brother.
right. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Later,
ya.
Nick.
See you,
brother.
mate.
How about you
But-
two guys? What do you feel about? Oh, you had.
I was going to
something,
answer
right?
your which podcast
That's what I was hoping.
It's Kamala not showing up for it.
That's a huge one.
It cost her so much credibility, even among her own people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially when they wanted Joe to go over there, and then they were going to do a
Well,
duplicate of his set.
Dude, when he came out and said what they wanted, now I don't remember if he did that before or after. I think he let people know after, right? The election. I don't know. I don't know if he told people before, but he made it abundantly clear. You know, the offer was there and she didn't take it. But then you start hearing all the other stuff. I just couldn't remember if he said it before or after. Because that's a huge blow. Like you could only talk to her for what was it, an hour or two, maybe? And
Yeah, it wasn't. No, it wasn't even an hour.
right. And you can't talk about these topics and
Yeah.
we'll recreate your freaking set. Come
Also,
on.
you
Because
can't
they
be
did that
alone
with the
with
two
her.
interviews that she did. They spent $100,000 recreating this chick's bedroom.
The call me daddy.
Yeah.
What?
And by
I
the way,
didn't know
nobody
about
clip
that.
me saying that to add to your spank
Yeah.
bank.
Please clip that. We need that.
I've got AI. I get you to say what I want.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Yeah, so that's all what I have on the Trump ones. I don't know if we have anything up to date. And I'll check that really quick. Executive orders. Let's see if he's got any new ones. Let's see. Trump record breaking. Wow, he did 200 executive orders. Day one already being challenged.
We did
But-
100 last term.
By the way, did you see what I shared in the Aluminum Spork?
No, I haven't. I'd like to see it. Parrot had shared a lot of memes that I can't show on YouTube, so we might just when we leave cut YouTube real quick.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen that IA one, but yeah.
Oh man, we got to show that. All right, so this might be updated. We didn't realize we had this. This is good stuff. That's journalism right there, bro. You're a journalist. I hope you know that. Man.
Wait, who, me? What did I do?
Yeah. That's a journalist. You went and found it.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
I wanted to
Look at
clear
that.
up any of these dummies that are trying to say he wasn't doing it. Proof is in the footage.
Behind it. Guy. Is he really there? He just looks out of place.
Why? Because there's no way that they had two black people there at the same time.
Well, no, just he doesn't have a tie on. You know, he's wearing like a t-shirt, I think, and he looks
Wait,
familiar.
maybe I don't know if he is in the original footage now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Where's the original? Oh shit, I don't want to show my stuff. Whoop. We need to find the original now. But yeah, we'll show Parrot Head stuff after. He made some and we'll just say incredible memes. Incredible memes. He is vicious, Parrot Head. So I'm gonna just bring this one up real quick too. Where did it go? Shit. Okay. So record breaking day. Let's take a look at this.
Or you could look at the video I'm sharing.
Oh yeah, hold on. I missed that one. Well, she was hot.
Wait, which one? Hold on, I'm not looking.
Look at the screen.
My favorite
Yeah,
bit
the
is
dude.
Zuck's face
That
at the
dude
end of
is
it.
behind him. It's a white guy behind him.
Now look at Zuck's face at the end. Like, what?
Oh, that's great. All right. So day one actions. I hate when it does this, man. That's such. All right. Let's see if they give us a list, because I want to see if we missed any. Because I feel like out of 200, we only said about 6 of them, like 19 times.
Filling dead
Trump.
air while we try to get to the part in the article.
Dead air is my friend. Liz Cheney.
Look, I have to go take a piss and get something to drink.
Yeah.
Can I rely on you guys not to have just dead air while I'm gone that I was supposed to feel?
Okay. I guess. We'll
I
talk
was
about.
talking, but I was muted, so that makes
Oh,
way
there
more
you go.
sense.
There you go. All right, go do what you have to do. Did he leave? He left.
He's gone.
God, what a troll. So
Hey man, I was still trying to put things down and step up.
Oh,
I
my
heard
bad.
everything.
Autumn. Grant, what do you think? I didn't think I heard your response. Rogan with Trump, Rogan without Kamala, or Rogan with JD Vance?
With the normies, I would say the Trump one with Rogan. I
Mhm.
think with the people who are a little bit more politically inclined, there's a lot of people who only knew JD Vance as the never Trumper, and when he was selected, it was really a weird decision. And I
Right.
can remember when I first heard, I'm just like, of all people, why him? Like, one, I barely know anything about the guy, and what I do know is him sitting smug on that, saying he'll never respect Trump, never go for Trump.
Right.
But then when you realize that when he was saying that, he was what, 32 years old?
Yeah.
Then, like,
Yeah. And
I'm
he
just like,
believed
oh,
the
okay,
bullshit, dude.
yeah.
You know, the guy was doing what he
Um,
needed to do.
but yeah, I think when I heard he was married to Usher, I was just like, oh, so that's what he did when he stopped making music, but it was a completely different Usher.
Mm.
So, but no, I think it definitely. I definitely think it was the JD Vance one for a lot of the people who had a lot of influence over other people.
Right.
So I think
Yeah.
why a lot of
Maybe
people.
that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I thought it was more important, because like I was already going to vote for Trump, but I was a little nervous about it, you know? And you realize that JD Vance is a capable guy.
Yeah. Funny
know?
too. That's the thing that got me as well. He was quite humorous. I was just like,
Mhm.
oh,
Dude, the one with Tim Dillon, he had a sense of humor. Like he would say like this long form answer to a question, and then Tim Dillon would just say something so random. The dude is hilarious. Return India's name to Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, that was. I mean, that's what, 100 years old, 75. So we can move on to our the pyramid one, because that to me was something I believe Tina shared with us.
sorry, Hiddleston. That's not what it was called.
No, it was something different, right? It
It was
was like
Baharat.
Baharat. That's it.
Unless Hiddleston was maybe a different translation to it, but I've only ever heard it known as Baharat or Yampavita, something like that.
that one. Yeah, I don't know that one either. We're gonna jump on the Rumble, everybody, to watch a little video about the Red Pyramid and what they
Thanks for
believe.
clarification.
Oh, there you go. They believe it proves that these pyramids were not tombs, which most of us already knew, that they were used to create different chemicals in each one and have different chemical reactions. They've found, I mean, they have found stuff in the pyramids on Giza, but the Red Pyramid is interesting.
Oh, I'm back. Did we finally get to the second topic?
Yeah, we're about to go. We're gonna
Yep.
jump on Rumble. So here's the Rumble link,
Wait, I
everybody.
thought we weren't doing that anymore.
We're doing it for this because we're watching. Okay, I just put Rumble, and then I
Rumble. No, you didn't put Rumble. You put Rubble.
Rumble,
I did.
Rumble, Rumble.
Hey,
Or
He's one of
actually,
the Paw Patrol.
You put ruble in there.
Ruble. Oh shit! Did it just sell me out? So this is
Come
the
over
link.
to
everybody.
ruble.
Come to Ruble, everybody. We will be there waiting for you, and I will see you there.